Today I want to talk about depression and anxiety. Not just about situations where you feel a bit moody or a bit depressed or a bit anxious. I'm talking about situations where you feel taking the shower in the morning, it's difficult, that you can't feel joy anymore, that everything is kind of dark, dull, there's no inspiration, there's no passion, and in the morning you wish you could just stay in bed and you hope for the next day, knowing that nothing is changing. I have been there. I had clinical depression that were leading into eating disorders, back to depression, eating disorders. So it was shifting addictions with depression. So I want to talk a little bit more about my story to help you, to inspire you, to tell you that you're not alone. And in the end of the video, I will tell you how I fixed it for good within 6 weeks. So I had a post-traumatic stress disorder when I was 23. I had to experience physical abuse with my boyfriend at that time, and I left immediately. But he didn't stop threatening me. It was a very ugly situation, and I don't really want to talk about the details here. I felt nothing afterwards. I was in my 20s, beginning of 20s, and I thought, I'm okay, I don't feel anything. Little did I know that I was traumatized. So I started eating slowly a bit more until I developed eating disorders over the period of 6 months, and I was super depressed. Depressed in combination with eating disorder. So that all went on for a couple of years, and then I started therapy, conversional therapy, and I stopped. The bulimia stopped, but then slowly I was drinking more. So my brain constantly needed stimulation, and when I stopped going out a lot and partying and distracting myself and giving my brain that kick, I fell back into the depression. Depression does not happen overnight. And some people have a post-traumatic stress disorder. Other people just slowly get into the depression. And I want to talk about that you actually create your depression. It sounds very harsh, but by thinking the same thoughts all over again, you become depressed. Your body becomes your mind, and you become that depressed person. And then you try consciously to get out of the depression. It's not possible anymore, because that program is so strong and it's already anchored in your subconscious and running without you being aware of it. So I had to understand that I am responsible for it. I'm not talking about when you're suicidal. You will have to need help from a professional. This is just me talking from my own experience, how I fixed it. If you feel that you're suicidal and that you need professional help, I encourage you to find a doctor, a psychologist who can support you. Okay? This is just additional inspiration, my story, how I fixed it, what helped me, for you to try if you want. But if you need more help, please seek help. Okay? So I started to get more into manifestation and aligning with the universe, with Louise Hay at that time, positive affirmations, and I tried to feel it, telling myself I'm fine, and I tried to feel it, and it did not work. So later on, years later, when finally I discovered the EFT tapping, I learned that I need to feel my feelings. I need to feel them, to address them, to embrace them, to accept them. And this is what you do in the EFT tapping. The first rounds are about all the negativity and where you feel it in your body, because every emotion, we feel it somewhere in our body. And after releasing this negative feeling, I did the reprogramming with positive statements. I did that every day in the morning, even I didn't feel like. I did it religiously, 10 minutes. That's enough. And the rest of the day, I used robotic affirmation. Why did I use robotic affirmations? Because you don't need to feel anything. That's why it's called robotic affirmations. Some people say robotic affirmations don't work, but I tell you they do work, because when you use a robotic affirmation, you can't think a different thought. In the beginning, it will feel a bit dull and mechanic, but it will calm your nervous system down, and by repeating several thousand times per day the same positive affirmation in a robotic style will eventually imprint into your subconscious, and you become a different person. And this is how you can get out of your depression. And whenever you feel there's a trigger that, oof, I'm back into this depression, write it down, tap on that trigger, accept it, tap on it, let it in, feel it. Because often we want to get rid of the negative feeling, and then we are not willing to feel that feeling. We need to feel it, and then we can transform it, but you need to feel it. Toxic positivity is horrible. Depression means suppressed feelings that you don't allow yourself to feel, because you are afraid that you might get so depressed that you won't get up again. This is the beauty of EFT tapping. We start with a negative and we always end on a good note. You always end with positive affirmations, with a positive feeling in your body. And if you still can't feel it, you keep on doing it. It needs practice, it needs some discipline, but this is what helped me within 6 weeks to heal all my trauma, to get myself out of the depression, because my chemicals, my pathways, my neural pathways in my brain started to change. So my body changed, my mind changed, my body changed. With the help of my thoughts, I changed the feeling, the thoughts and the feeling changed the chemicals in my brain, so that I was not the depressed person anymore. And I have to keep doing it. Some of my clients tell me, yeah, I'm so much better, I'm amazing, I'm doing fine, everything is well. And then they don't keep doing it. And I tell them, you take a shower every day, you brush your teeth. You need to take care of this. Your mental diet is so important. So you have to do it every day. And if you are so depressed, so anxious, so frustrated, just start with a robotic affirmation. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Do it 3 times a day for 10 minutes in a row. For example, when you're taking a shower, when you're doing the laundry, or when you're doing the dishes, situations where you think anyway. We have 70,000 thoughts per day. You think anyways. So 3 times a day, religiously, 10 minutes, and in between, whenever you think about it, whenever negative thoughts come, immediately replaces with a positive one. This needs some discipline, some self-awareness, some mindfulness. But I'm telling you, it's the only way to get out of that vicious cycle of depression and anxiety. And it really works. If you need more help, you find down my website, you can contact me. I can give you more inspiration. I do work one-to-one with programs. Let me know in the comments if you tried it, if it helps you. And if you like my channel, please subscribe, like this video if you could get some information from it. And I know you can do it. You got this, you can do it. Robotic affirmations do work. And if you feel resistance, write it down, tap on it, and keep doing that combo once a day. Sorry, that's my cat going crazy. Yeah! He wants food and attention. So you can do it. I never thought, because when you're so depressed, it's very difficult to believe that you ever can feel better, that your life gets better, that you find the energy and passion again. But you can. You just need to change the way you think. The way you got yourself into the depression is actually the same way to get out of the depression. You got yourself into the depression by negative thoughts, by a trauma, and then you keep thinking the negative thoughts. You suppress the emotion. So now getting out of the depression is the same, thinking positive thoughts instead. And of course it's nice to repeat affirmations and to really feel joy and gratitude, but when you're deeply depressed, it is difficult. That's why robotic affirmations do work. The moment you think a positive thought, even you still don't connect the feeling with it, you can't think the negative thought. It's very logical, it's common sense. Okay, I hope you can do it. Please let me know. And if you have any other ideas for videos, you want to see a video about a certain topic, please leave a comment below. I'm new to YouTube, I want to inspire you, and I can't wait to hear back from you.